Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I got a bunch of Chicago Bulls news and topics that just came out. But before I get into that, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and leave a quick like on today's video. It takes a second and helps me out. And check out my last video if you guys missed it. I was talking about how Marko is expected to join the Chicago Bulls in this upcoming summer and how Lauri Markkanen wants to sign with the Dallas Mavericks. Go give that video a watch if you guys missed it. But either way, let's just jump right into today's video. And the first topic that I'm going to talk about is a pretty big one, and it is about the NBA draft lottery. You know, the Chicago Bulls had a tiebreaker today, and the Bulls would find out if they would be selecting at the 8th pick, the 9th pick, or the 10th pick. And say the Bulls do end up with the 8th, 9th, or 10th pick like they're expected to, they're of course lose that pick and hand it over to the Magic. That was of course included for the Vooch trade, but if the pick does land in the top 4, the Bulls will get their pick. And the Bulls did win the three-way tiebreaker in the draft lottery, and they will select at the 8th spot instead of the 9th or 10th spot. And I know some fans might say, you know, who cares? What does this really have to do with us? And this is definitely still a big deal. And say the Chicago Bulls ended up with the 9th or 10th odds, they would have had a less chance of landing the #1 overall draft pick. And you know, no matter what, the Bulls did win this tiebreaker, but the Chicago Bulls still only have a 4.5% chance of getting the #1 overall draft pick. But hey, no matter what, a chance is a chance, and the Bulls also have a 20.3% chance of getting a top 4 pick in this upcoming draft as well. And like I said earlier in today's video, the Chicago Bulls get to keep the pick if it's in the top 4, and if it's anywhere past 4, the Magic get it. And ever since the draft lottery odds have changed, you know, it's a very confusing system now, but the Bulls have a good chance to land a top 4 pick, and I'm very excited for it. I mean, last season we were expected to get the 7th pick, and we moved all the way up to 4 and drafted Patrick Williams. So as long as there's a little chance, I'm down. And just to remind you guys, back in 2008, the Bulls only had a 1.7% chance to win the lottery, and of course we did, and then drafted Derrick Rose. So as long as there's a chance, I'm happy. And just like I said, last season we moved up to 4 and got Patrick Williams. And since the draft lottery odds have changed, the Grizzlies jumped up from 8 to the #2 overall draft pick, and the Hornets also jumped from 8 to 3. So there is a chance. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about that. Because say the Chicago Bulls do move up in this draft, there is some good point guard options that should be available in the top 4. I mean, Cade Cunningham is more than likely going 1, but he's a good point guard option for the Bulls, say we do win the lottery. And along with Jalen Suggs, he'll be, I'd say, around the top 4, top 5 picks. So no matter what, if the Bulls do move up, they have some good point guard options. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about that first topic. And the second topic that I'm going to be talking about in today's video is the Chicago Bulls plan to add a 3rd star to this roster. You know, the Chicago Bulls front office seems very hopeful that their 2 All-Stars will help create a pitch to work in this upcoming offseason and future offseasons as well. And Arcidiacono was talking to the media the other day, and he said, I think when you have a foundation of, let's say, 2 All-Stars in one place, I think it's easier to add additional things of what we need, he said. So we're going to discuss the needs of our team and we'll attack it during free agency. I expect the Bulls to try and add another star to this roster, or at least good key pieces around, of course, Vooch and Zach. And it's obvious that players now know around the league that the Bulls are all about winning. I mean, Arcidiacono made that huge trade for Vooch at the trade deadline. They've talked nothing about winning. You know, the whole vibe around the organization is just different. It's nothing but positive vibes. Kevin Durant was even talking about how bright our future is, how the Bulls have good pieces in Zach, Vooch, Coby White, and Patrick Williams. When was the last time I'd say a big star like Kevin Durant came out and said anything positive about the Chicago Bulls? It's been a few years, and I do expect in the near future the Chicago Bulls to try and add another All-Star or star to this roster. And, you know, in this upcoming offseason, there's not that many big names. I mean, Chris Paul has a player option. Kawhi Leonard does as well. And if either of those guys turn down their player options, I highly doubt it. There's just no reason to, unless, say, the Clippers lose early in the first round or something, or maybe with the Suns as well. I just don't see a reason they do. But say either of those 2 names turn down their player options, the Bulls should be calling them, bothering them 24/7, doing anything in our power to try and get either of those players onto this team. I mean, Kawhi Leonard's one of the best small forwards in the league. He's won many championships. Chris Paul, look what he did to the Suns in this past season. What more do I have to say about that? There was also some rumors that came out, I'd say about a week or two ago, about the Bulls expected to target Bradley Beal in the near future, and he could be a 2022 free agent target. In 2022, there's a lot of big names such as John Wall, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Chris Paul, Bradley Beal, Kemba Walker, Jimmy Butler. The list just keeps going and going. And by 2022, when all those big names can become free agents, most of them do have player options. The Bulls are expected or hopefully going to make the playoffs next season and will look like a very, I'd say, attractive destination to land big name free agents. That's the hope, man, and it's good to see that our front office isn't scared to make big trades or try and get big name free agents, I'd say like our past front office. So I do expect the Bulls to either target a future star in the near future or just continue to add solid pieces around Zach and Vooch. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about that topic as well. And the final topic in today's video is about Daniel Theis. You know, Daniel Theis played, 20-30 games for the Chicago Bulls, and he's already a fan favorite. I want the Bulls to bring back Daniel Theis no matter the price tag. He's just a perfect fit for the Chicago Bulls. You know, he was starting. He's just the perfect fit next to Vooch, a very solid defensive player. He's just solid on every aspect of the game. And he also brought instant toughness and just hustle that the Bulls have been lacking, honestly, for the past few years. And not only is Daniel Theis a free agent in this upcoming offseason, there's a lot of NBA teams that are expected to target him. You know, the Hornets are expected to target him. And the other day, the Lakers came out and said they are interested in Daniel Theis as well. I truly expect Daniel Theis to leave in this upcoming offseason. I mean, he's been on the Boston Celtics for the past few years now, and he's just used to being in the playoffs and winning. You know, I, of course, hope the Bulls can re-sign Daniel Theis. Like I said, he brings so much to the table, and he really just helped out the Chicago Bulls with toughness and just doing those small things on the court that nobody notices just to help winning. I do expect a lot of title contenders to pursue him because I feel like he could be a very good X factor on a lot of playoff teams. But no matter what, I hope the Bulls do re-sign him. There's going to be a lot of teams interested in him, so we'll have to see how much he's wanting this upcoming offseason with his price tag as well. Definitely leave any comments and questions below today's video talking about any of the topics in today's quick little video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for leaving any likes on today's video or any comments and questions. I'm going to try and respond to most comments, but either way, let me know if you guys are happy or you guys think the Bulls can move up into the top 4. You know, some future stars or just, I'd say, good pieces to add around Zach and Vooch. Any names, leave them below today's video as well. And if you guys want the Bulls to re-sign Daniel Theis, I know a lot of Bulls fans are really already in love with him. You know, he's just a perfect fit for this roster. I hope we can bring him back, but I definitely could see another, like I'd say, title contending team overpay for him. I hope we'll bring him back, but I just don't see it happening. No matter what, leave some comments and questions below today's video. Join my Discord. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.